back again at the gym. See? Anyways, lots of good stuff to talk about. Just wanted to hop back on here. And again, remember, Kratom does not get you high. Did I look high? No, I'm not high. So, yeah, usually, the issues are always, like, we're constantly having to fight for the truth regarding Kratom. It's like before we were only basically fighting the FDA or the government, like, from demonizing Kratom. So it's like we've always had to fight them. Now it seems like, just these, some of these anti-Kratom groups, they're growing. Like I said in my previous video, if you hate Kratom, it's because you're abusing it, or you did abuse it. And if you hate Kratom and you had never consumed it, then there's a couple of reasons why. Usually the main reason is, well, the only reason really is someone, or you've heard the lies and so you're brainwashed, or someone who abuses it or who did abuse it. So what we're dealing with is, again, see, Kratom doesn't get you high. And Kratom is safe. However, you can't overtake anything. And what's happening is, like, people who have significant psychiatric issues, they are turning to Kratom, or they have addiction issues too, or actually what's even worse, they have both. Because let's be real, addiction is a mental disorder, so it's complex. And it's the reason why people are having so many problems is, sorry, the sun is like, there's like major glare, so I'm just gonna put my okay. But the significant reasons as to why people are running into problems is, first, they have a mental disorder. They may have mental issues and they're self-medicating with, like, hard drugs, alcohol. And so, sure, they take Kratom, which, that's a great alternative. However, you have to utilize it as a tool. You can't just depend on something to take away all your problems. You can't let go, again, because you're not addressing your issues, your underlying issues. If you have significant trauma that you're trying to overcome, whatever it is that's causing your mental illness, if you haven't processed that trauma, and if you haven't actually addressed those mental issues, you're gonna continue to run into problems with addiction. if you have addiction problems, like if that's your thing, if you have an addictive personality, and you tend to get addicted easily, and you're using that to self-medicate, to numb, and you have that out of control behavior, it's gonna keep sneaking back up on you. You're just gonna continue to have a problem, and you're gonna keep trying to drown your problems, with either alcohol or whatever it is, or you're gonna take Kratom, and you're like, oh, this isn't working, because for one, even with alcohol, really, when you think about it, because usually people who have mental problems or, like, trauma that goes unaddressed, and say they use alcohol to numb those emotions, they will start off with a couple of drinks, and then their tolerance builds, and, like, that doesn't work anymore, so then they keep increasing it. before you know it, they're like drinking, you know, tons and tons of alcohol. Like sometimes in the morning, I mean, come on, like hardcore alcoholics, like I know many. Um, like unfortunately, like there's a lot. Like just that's a lot of people know a lot of alcohol. I mean, it's all over the place, but and you know, 10 drinks still doesn't make everything okay. No matter how much you drink, it still doesn't fix the problem. Like it's like temporary. It's like a temporary fix, and then before you know it, your pain is back, and you know you're stuck and you're miserable, and now you know you have this major problem on your hands. So again, like with kratom, people, you know, are taking like 160 plus grams a day. It's insane. And first of all, like if you start taking kratom, and if 1 to 2 teaspoons, okay, let's say, because you know it's sure there are different doses, and some people do require a larger dose, but you know that's still within reason. If light or moderate or a larger dose doesn't help you, if that doesn't work, if that isn't effective, then 160 plus grams a day is not going to work either. So, you know, ding, 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 like light bulb moment here. Like, please, like, you know, I'm doing these videos because I care. I care about this plant, and I care about the truth. And, you know, I'm telling you, there is so much toxicity on both sides. It's insane. And I just like I try so hard to avoid any drama. Like you all know, like I'm a good person. But you know, I mean, it's hard to not be in drama because I have my own group. So, duh. I mean, drama is gonna come up because there's a lot of different personalities, and we're all together, and just people, you know, people just go off the rails. But let me tell you something. I know I'm getting off the subject a little bit, but you know, I'm about the truth, and I'm about discussing things, and we all have the right to speak. You know, as long as like, I mean, if you know, it's, yeah, sure, I mean, we're not supposed to be verbally abusive or anything like that, but freedom of speech, and you know, everyone has the right to discuss things, to have an open discussion about facts without being bullied. So let me tell you this, I can't stand, like, you know, I've been through hell with the antikratom people. You know, a couple months ago, it was bad. And here I am. I'm still, like, I have not given up. There's no way. I'm not going to let anyone silence me or bully me in, you know, to, like, I'm not going to let anyone frighten me or bully me into silence. And I'm never going to let anyone steal my shine. You know, never. Like, I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to stop advocating because they bullied me or whatever. But, you know, it can happen on our side also. There's just a lot of toxic people, and I'm sure some people probably stopped advocating because of it. And I'm just here to encourage you to get back into it. Like, don't let them knock you down. You know, if they do knock you down, get back up. Like, who are they? Nobody has the right to tell you to shut up. Nobody has the right to shut me up. You know, especially in my own group. Nobody has the right to slander me or twist my words and, you know, take what I'm saying all out of context and then bully me and then trash me and try and paint me into something I'm not. Like, this is the kind of crap, you know, it's not always easy being, you know, the admin the only admin, and I do it all myself, and I do this on purpose because it is less drama. I don't have any help, and I keep it that way, and so far it's working. But I mean, nothing's perfect, but I think I've done pretty good so far. I mean, going on 5 years now, and got pretty good. I think we're doing pretty well, you guys. So thank you for all your support and all of us, sticking together. But again, just some stuff is just uncalled for. Like some people, it's just wrong. Like, don't let anybody steal your shine. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for asking questions or wanting to see proof or evidence of what they're saying. Like especially when it comes to kratom deaths. Some people in the community, they're just so egotistical. They think, oh my God, no, I know it all. I know it all. And I was here in 2016. Oh my God. I mean, okay, I've been here since 2018. That's a fucking long time. Okay? 2016, I'm so god awful tired of hearing about 2016. No offense to the old people. But come on, man. That was a while ago. I mean, that's great and everything, but don't use it to your advantage to make other people feel like shit. That's tacky. And it's shitty. Like, how's that gonna help anyone? It's just gonna make people not want to advocate. Like, good job. Keep that up. No. We need to encourage everyone. I mean, it's like enough people don't talk or advocate or do anything. Like I wish more people would make videos like these, because that's how we get to people's minds. That's how word of mouth spreads. And we need that. It's word of mouth is so powerful, and we need the truth out in the open, especially because we're like, I mean, that was great, our victory with the World Health Organization, but now, gosh, I mean, it's sad. Like Missouri, that's so sad how they vetoed the KCPA. They're like, it's like reversed. Like it was gonna go through, and now it's not. So that's sad. That sucks. And it's not helping all these anti-kratom people. They're fighting like we are, but on the opposite side. They want to schedule this plant because they had a family member who overtook it. They kept taking too much kratom. They're taking 160 plus grams a day. In fact, I'll show you how much that is. It's insane. They're not being adults. Nobody wants to take accountability of anything. And then, parents are like, oh my God, my poor baby, this grown ass man, 40 years old, goes and buys extracts and, doesn't read the label, doesn't say, oh, doesn't follow directions, nothing. It's like a 12-year-old. And, he's 40-year-old guy, whoever, or, all these guys, these people, they're grown adults. And so it just blows my mind. But yeah, so we have, family members fighting, because of that, because they were found with kratom capsules next to their hand, and okay, one guy died of pulmonary edema. I think that was the first guy, and he was taking steroids. And in fact, I was just talking about this, and those deaths have been debunked via the AKA, and I wrote an article about it in southeastbeautiful.com, and with all the details, okay, and people just get so riled up. They're like, oh my God, he didn't inhale it or whatever. I don't know. People just talk, and we don't know all the facts. We do know the important ones, though, and that's, he died of pulmonary edema. And steroids, that's a huge side effect of steroids, if you look that up. So, ding, 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 ding. Anyways, it's just crazy. People need to be nicer to one another in our community. I mean, come on, especially like I am huge on respect. That is my pet peeve. Like I don't put up with, like, I really try and wait before I block people, because I don't like to block a line of communication, because we need as many people to advocate as we can. Like, we need to be able to communicate among each other, and if we're blocked, well, we can't communicate with one another if we block each other. So, but gosh, I mean, some people are so disrespectful, to me in the group, and it's just sad. It just gets old. But let me tell you, like, 3 strikes and you're out. Like, I have a pretty good like, I'm very patient, and like I can tolerate a lot, and like I'm one to talk things out. But if you're just gonna be just mean and disrespectful, like time and time again, come on. And then on top of it, try to like bring me down. Like I'm not talking about emotionally, like, oh, like try and hurt my feelings. I'm talking about like literally, like try to make me out to be a liar or something. Like try to trash me and slander my name. No, that's not cool. I mean, obviously you're my enemy if you're gonna do that. That's pretty fucked up. And yes, I'm swearing. I just, just one of those days. But no one. Anyways, back to like 160 plus grams a day. These people, like, that take god awful amounts. Again, you can't do that. You can't, like, what are they thinking? I mean, what would happen if you took 160 grams of Tylenol? What would happen if you took 160 grams of caffeine powder? Like, when I was, mentioning this with my son, he brought up that very good point. He's like, you couldn't do that with fentanyl. You'd be dead. Like, we have a problem. Fentanyl is in my county now. And, like, there's guys, and they're not even reporting on it. And that's what's so crooked and sad. Like, I don't know, I swear. Like, it's like they want to hide the truth. It's like, we have a scanner, and we listen, and we hear, so, like, a lot of times, like, people are being found unconscious in the bathrooms of Walgreens and CVS, like, different places, and they're overdosed on fentanyl. And it's like, we hear, like, the firefighters and paramedics, time and time again, they're like, don't use Narcan. It doesn't even work. Okay? And now I have to worry about my son, being offered a fentanyl pill and dying. Like, this is insane. Like, if your kids are taking Kratom, that's the least of your freaking worries. At least they ain't gonna die. At least there's hope. At least at least you don't have to worry about them taking a little bit of Kratom on accident or something. I'm not saying that, okay, yeah, minors should take Kratom. What I'm saying is, let's be real here, and understand what the real danger is, on what actually is dangerous and what is not. Let's prioritize here. Let's be real and honest. If your kid gets a hold of Kratom, first of all, they're probably not going to want to take it because it's green powder and it tastes like shit. Okay? And you have to work at it. You have to, like, mix it in orange juice, and it still is god awful. You can barely get it down. It's gross. It's like dirt. See, we're in so much pain that we're desperate for relief, so we don't care. We're like, thank you, God. I'll eat dirt because it works. It's like we work so hard at our health and quality of life, just trying so we can get some kind of pain relief and some kind of quality of life, so we can be good moms and good daughters and good fathers and good members of society. And yet we have to fight. We have to fight for it still, because they want to take this away from us. And now these anti-kratom people are insane and they want to take it away from us. So we just are getting it from all angles. We have to fight, fight, fight. But again, if your kid gets all the kratom and they ingested some, they swallowed some, oh my God, they ain't gonna die. They're not, I mean, that's not like, what if they got fentanyl? Yeah, you're gonna be going to your kid's funeral. So y'all better wake up and realize what the real problem is here in our neighborhoods. And that is not kratom. Okay? So I love you guys. Keep fighting. Oh, and another thing about metals. That's one more thing I wanted to address. So this is their new thing. They're trying to say, oh, there's nickel or, you know. Okay, that's why you go to a good vendor where they lab test their product. But here's the thing. Because they just lie so much, and they try, you know, they lie and they lure the public in to thinking that kratom is this horrible, this plant that, you know, that like, oh, when it comes over here from Southeast Asia, it has heavy metals in it and all this stuff because it has to come all the way over from Southeast Asia, and so it's tainted. No, it's not. No, it's not, because we have good vendors, and we also have the KCPA. They're trying to get, that's helping too. But here's my point. If what they were saying was true, then we would be getting sick. People would be getting sick. They would be in the hospital, and there would be lab tests of heavy metals that would show up in their blood. But guess what? The anti-kratom community has not produced one actual report, toxicology screening, okay? Don't give me a corner of a page of a cause of death, okay? Let's see the tox screening, the full report of what was in the blood, okay? Nothing. No one ever has shown an actual toxicology screening. So there you go. You know, and I've tried, like, I admitted, I said, you know what, like, I am here for the truth. Like, I am not going to misinform people. Like, I want to know if this is true, and if people are dying from kratom alone, well, I want to know, because then I'll write about it. Nope. Crickets. Nothing. Like, I'm here for the truth, no matter what it is. So you have no excuse. You know, the proof is in the pudding. Don't say all this stuff and you can't back it up. Anyways, love you guys. Bye.